Hello everyone, I'm MC Hammurabi and this is another Clash Royale video. The subject of today's video is going to be my record against Sparky. I had mentioned previously that I have about a 75% chance of winning whenever I play against Sparky, but I haven't provided any proof. So I thought what would be fun and the most fair way to do this is let's go to the records here, the previous replay list, and see what it looks like. Now, to be fair with it, I also did not play since last night's video, so this is just going to be all the battles from that led up to last night's video, which should make this a pretty random sampling. Also, part of these records are going to be in the middle of a losing streak that I went on. I did obviously climb my way back up, so you'll also get to see how I did during this losing streak as well. So this should be a lot of fun, and we will watch some of these replays as well. Now, obviously, two of these, and this is to prove, of course, that this is from last night's record. We have Rocks of Big Bang Boom, who beat us 1-3, which is on yesterday's video, and we have DGN from Clan Weed, who we beat 3-2, who's also on yesterday's video. So if you want to watch those battles, they're entertaining. Just go and check it out. Now, so we're going to go ahead and just scroll to the very bottom of this here and see how it goes. So right now, it looks like I'm still in the middle of the losing streak here. There's 2 losses right there. Then we have a Sparky battle, which we win 1-0 against Chotra of the Batumi clan. So that was actually a fun battle. It's a Sparky giant deck. He's also got a log thrown in there for good measure. That was a lot of fun. So we're going to keep going. All right, another 2 losses. And Sparky. Okay, a 2-1 win against Sparky. Rafael Inácio of Brazilian Storm. We beat him 2-1. So that feels pretty good. Right now we're 2 for 2 against Sparky. We're 0 for 4 against everything else, though. So 2 for 6 right now. So again, this is a losing streak that I'm still in the middle of. But 2 for 2, even in the middle of a losing streak against Sparky. So that feels pretty good. So let's keep going. Got another win. And then, oh, here we go. Sparky. Crone of Bake Royale. We beat him 3-1. So now we're 3 for 3 against Sparky. Again, that's coming off of a losing streak. Oh, it looks like we're on a winning streak now. That's nice. Okay. All right, a loss. Oh, okay. We got a Sparky here. A 1-0 victory against Sparky. So again, Sparky battles were 4 for 4, even though I think we're about even against everything else now that we've had a few wins, or we might even still be we might still have a losing record at this point. But regardless of that, 4 for 4 against Sparky. You know, Sparky certainly helped bolster. You take away the Sparky battles, we're definitely still on a losing streak right now. Well, we have more losses than wins. It's not really a streak, but we're definitely losing more than we win. But Sparky, we're 4-0 against Sparky. So 4 for 4 against Sparky. Let's keep it moving. Okay, we're getting a lot more victories now. Loss. Okay, we're looking for the next Sparky battle. Okay, so Luis Carbos of Venezuela War, 3-1. So that makes us 5 for 5 against Sparky. And I think at this point we're probably winning against everything else more than losing. We'll keep it moving. And okay, so we're back at the top. So this is DGN Weed, who we beat 3-2. That makes us 6 for 6 against Sparky. And then the last guy, Rocks Big Bang Boom, 1-3 loss against that. So again, as you can see, I'm winning or losing. I beat Sparky, so that I think is pretty clear when you look at this. And so we're gonna go ahead and watch some of these replays. That'll be a lot of fun. So again, well, let's see. This one was too old against Chotra of the Batumi clan. So that was our first win. So we're going to go to win number 2, Rafael Inácio, which is also the oldest replay that I have available. All right, so let's jump into it. It's a Royal Giant Sparky deck. he gives me a thumbs up, and with all the cheese I've faced up to this point, I'm expecting something stupid like a Hog Rider Goblin Barrel or something. Because whenever they do thumbs up, it means they have something annoying planned. Of course, Sparky players do that too. Whatever, I drop my P.E.K.K.A, and he drops Sparky, and he waited a bit to drop Sparky. So we've got a little bit of an elixir advantage, despite the fact that P.E.K.K.A costs 1 more elixir. We're about 1.5 elixir ahead of Royale at this moment. We drop the Witch, and now we've got P.E.K.K.A, Witch, Musketeer, and look at the range of the Musketeer. She's already targeted Sparky, so zapping Sparky gives us that extra bit of chance to get in there and do some damage. I drop the Hog Rider. I know either the Witch or the Musketeer is going to tank. It ends up being the Witch, but look at this damage we're doing. He drops the Ice Spirit, but it's too late. We take out that tower and get a shot from the Hog Rider on the King Tower. So looking pretty good. We haven't been touched yet. We're 1-0 in this battle at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and push the left lane now. He's got Sparky, so I know that he's going to be forced to go this way, and he ends up sitting on his elixir again. This is not what he wants to do. I think he wants to drop his Royal Giant, but he knows P.E.K.K.A is going to rip Royal Giant to shreds. So he doesn't want to just throw a card away. I respect him for that. But at the same time, you can't sit on that much elixir. Look at this. I drop a Witch and I have a P.E.K.K.A down, and look, we just have way too much elixir for him to deal with. I zap Sparky to keep P.E.K.K.A alive a little longer. I'm hoping P.E.K.K.A lives long enough to get that shot, or so that Sparky would shoot P.E.K.K.A instead, but no such luck. Now, which allows Sparky to take out the Witch and the Musketeer. So he's got the Ice Spirits and the Fire Spirits. I should have dropped the Wizard on the other side to take them out, but instead, well, we just take a lot of damage on that tower. Now, I take a lot of pride in not letting Sparky shoot my tower, but I couldn't help it there. I dropped Rage here, by the way, just so I could cycle back to Zap. I was not expecting Sparky again so soon. We lose that tower, but the tower took out the Princess because those Barbarians pushed the Princess out in front. I'm getting behind the action. Sorry, guys. We've got the Witch, the Musketeer, Hog Rider, Rage. We're going to do some work here. Musketeer's targeted on the tower. Because of that, we are going to take the tower right there. He did. I don't think he could have done much better to try to stop us, but he did what he could. I dropped the P.E.K.K.A to make sure he doesn't get a shot on our tower. I zap Sparky to see if I can keep the P.E.K.K.A alive. We then take out Sparky without even getting a shot on P.E.K.K.A. I was just having a little fun there. That was his only shot at taking the tower. It wasn't going to happen. Royale and Ignacio actually played a good game. I shouldn't have laughed at him. He played well, and I think he was showing respect by giving me a thumbs up. But again, I'm on a losing streak here. I'm salty, so I'm going to be a little bit of a jerk when I win. I should probably work on that. That's a character issue. So 2-1 against Royale and Ignacio. Well played, but we came away with the win. And I have to give him credit for taking out that left tower. Very smart play there, and it messed up my game plan. So we're going to keep going. This next battle is interesting against Crone of Bake Royale. He's got the skeleton army, so I remember this battle quite well. Now he's got the giant Sparky deck here. So we see a lot of Royal Giant Sparky and Giant Sparky. People like that combo. Me, I can take either one of them out. It's all good. So he starts off with the elixir pump. Wants to pump up getting started. That's always a good way to start. I get my Wizard out, and I'm just trying to figure out how to create a push. I'm getting ready to drop a Musketeer and the Barbarians, but he drops Sparky, which throws me off my game for a second. I have to rethink things. And I decided to drop the Witch way in the back, which is dangerous against Sparky because now she's going to end up standing next to the tower, but I didn't want her to get too far out in front because we risk losing her and putting her in harm's way. So right here I zap those goblins, and now the Sparky is not going to be able to recover in time with those Barbarians just hacking away. Now I dropped the Rage in front, anticipating that I'm going to be able to take out this tower and continue the push. I was very overzealous. But it doesn't matter. He drops Skeleton Army to try to stop it. You don't do that against a Raged Witch. Even a regular Witch will take it out fast. But you see, the Raged Witch just evaporates that army and allows them to take out that tower. So I get a Hog Rider. It's like, let's keep this push going. I got plenty of Elixir. We're doing fine. Look at all this damage we do. We take him down to 1,431 hit points. You know, we could 3-crown him with these, but I figure it's still early in the game. It's only halfway through. So I'm going to go ahead and aim for Tower 2 on the left. So now, because he has Sparky, I start with my P.E.K.K.A. in the back. That's going to force him to play his Sparky down this lane. But instead, he drops the Giant on the right lane, which really confuses me a little bit. I'm not sure why he was doing this, but okay. I decide I'm going to go ahead and commit. We're going to go ahead and get the Witch down there, the Wizard. I figure the Barbarians can take out the Giant at any time that I need them to. So we're going to go ahead and take out this tower. Now watch that. Even with those, he has to drop both the Minion Horde and the Skeleton Army. That's a lot of Elixir to throw away to try to stop a push that takes out a tower. Now, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about the Giant. We're going to 3-crown you. And it's no problem. Yes, he had a Giant and Giant and Archers at the bottom, and they did a lot of damage, but they're just not fast enough compared to a Musketeer and Barbarians. That is a lot of damage on a tower that didn't have a lot of health to begin with. That was the other thing to keep in mind. He only had 1,400 hit points. It wasn't going to be much of a deal to come away with a victory there. So, yeah, I got a bit aggressive there at the end, but it was a wise move. And there we go, 3-1 against Crone of Bake Royale. So we're going to keep on going. I think there's 2 more replays we can watch. So this is this is the 4th win against Sparky on this run. The 3rd replay against Undefeatable of USMC Clash. I don't know if they are with the United States Marine Corps, but if so, Semper Fi. So here we go. We've got, I always start with the P.E.K.K.A. at the back because I never know what they're going to have. He's got a Giant Skeleton, which makes this a very, very dirty deck. Sparky's already dirty by a lot of people's standards. A Skeleton means for most people, you're really screwed if you face this deck. I'm sure this guy's having a lot of success with it. It's about to come to an end, though. So we have P.E.K.K.A. out there to absorb that shot. Then he drops the surprise Giant Skeleton. And he was wise to wait for it. It did maximize the value. But that bomb goes off, doesn't take out P.E.K.K.A., and that makes for an interesting thing. Now, I didn't expect to take out Sparky so fast. So I hesitated on dropping the Hog Rider, and that cost me. If the Hog Rider had been out on front when he dropped that fireball, the Witch and the Musketeer would have lived through all that. Instead, they ended up tanking, and they both got taken out before the Hog Rider got in. So, sadly, we still got a good amount of damage, but I would have loved for him to see what happens, when you use Fireball. I'm on a mission to teach people that fireballing, something like that, is not a smart move. It worked out for him, though. We're going to go ahead and keep this going. We haven't been touched yet, so we're feeling good. He sits on an Elixir bar again. People keep doing this, and even though I have a P.E.K.K.A. out, I have way more Elixir. I think we had about a 3 Elixir lead before I dropped that Wizard, so we are really doing well. Now, here he gets us. He's going to zap the Witch, or the Wizard and the Musketeer, but look at the damage that his Sparky has gone through. He's got a sliver of health left, and that Sparky is going to be toast in a second. So again, we still haven't been touched. Now, I sat on an Elixir bar for a little bit, but that's okay. I didn't sit on it for too long. He sits on his a little bit longer, throws a fireball that only kills 2 skeletons, hits the tower for the first time, misses the Witch completely. So I'm going to let him zap my P.E.K.K.A. once, then I'm going to go ahead and zap Sparky. Now watch, we lose the Witch, but it doesn't matter. The P.E.K.K.A. gets on the tower, and you can't let him do that. He had Barbarians to distract him, but I don't think he thought it was necessary. but it was incredibly necessary because Sparky was not going to get the job done. Now watch this. He's got a mini P.E.K.K.A there, but the mini P.E.K.K.A dies before it even gets a shot. So right now, we've only taken damage from fireballs. He's only been able to get me with direct damage. He has not been able to touch me with a troop. So I consider that pretty good, especially against Sparky. Always nice when you can keep your tower from being touched by a single troop. To me, this is like in Street Fighter when you've only been hit by when you've been blocking. They haven't gotten a clean hit on you, and Undefeatable got defeated 1-0. Good game. I shouldn't have been laughing at him so much at the end, but I couldn't help myself when he started giving me the growl face. I kind of had to clown a little bit. So, but nothing but respect for our United States Marines. We're going to go ahead and keep this thing going. So now, I believe this is going to be our last battle that we're going to watch here, because I think the other two are going to be against the ones that we already recorded. So, Luis Carbos of Venezuela, War 1. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it here. Oh, it's another giant Sparky deck. Now, this battle, I recall, gets rather interesting. We're back in the lush green of the legendary arena, even though I don't think I'm actually ranked in it just yet when this battle happens. So we start with the P.E.K.K.A at the back, which allows him to get very aggressive, dropping his giant right up front. He gets the mini P.E.K.K.A out, which makes me drop the Witch on the right-hand lane to draw the P.E.K.K.A over. Now he zaps my skeleton, so that leaves me in a very bad position. I can either try to defend and eat a bunch of arrows from the princess, but I decide we're going to charge this right lane and get a tower of our own. I know he doesn't have a lot of elixir to stop me, so I figured we've got to get this tower to give us the tactical advantage of having that. I know that we're going to be able to stop this, but I don't know how much health we're going to have left. I look at my king tower and realize, oh goodness, I really set myself up bad. We took a lot off from him as well, but we've only got 780 hit points left. He's still got about 2/3 of his crown or king tower health. We've got like 1/5 of our health left. I mean, this is not looking good at all. So I decided to get super aggressive. He's going for a long, slow push with a giant on the left, and then he drops Sparky. I didn't even know he had Sparky at this point. So he drops minions, I zap them, and that leaves him with nothing to stop P.E.K.K.A. Even a zap's not going to save him, so he just lets it go. That was, there's no other way to say it. We're ball busters. That was balls of steel that it took for me to just stare in the face of that Sparky giant push and say, you know what, we're going for it. Now, I did luck out. Those minions were only level 9, but they weren't going, even if they weren't, there wasn't enough time for them to take out the P.E.K.K.A after a zap. That extra time that it would take him for him to get over and then start attacking, that tower was done. I think even had he zapped me, I don't know. Either way, he had no chance there, and that was game. That was game over. I just want to take a quick look here. Yeah, he was level 9, but I've worked on my zap a lot to make sure that it can take out minions. A lot of people, even level 10s, are still rolling with level 9 minions, and level 11 zap is good. I have to keep in mind though that that's not going to last forever, especially when I get higher in the rankings. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that if you're struggling with, if your worst deck to have to face is the Sparky deck, try out my deck. You can see that it's real successful. Again, we were 6 for 7, and the only 2 videos in my replay list that we didn't watch are on last night's. They're on last night's video, so go ahead and load that up if you want to watch those. But again, if you struggle with Sparky, try out my tactic. It's very strong. But I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I will have a Sparky tactics video on another one. These were just random matches. I actually have much better examples of how to take out Sparky that I can do. So until next time, I'm MC Hammurabi, and happy clashing.